Hey guys, so if you watched my last video talking about Bontrager and Trek tires, I said that in my next video I'd be talking about Specialized tires. So I mainly run the Specialized Turbo Cottons. I don't generally run any of their other tires just because of comfort and trust that I have in the Bontrager tires. I do like these tires though to go, as you can see, on my carbon wheels, race wheels for racing, rides where I just want to kind of have fun, rides that I just want to go fast. I want absolutely nothing to hold me back, but also something that I can corner at speed and feel extremely safe on. So these tires are a cotton sidewall with a rubber tread. They're a directional tread. You can see that. Wouldn't be a big deal putting these on backwards, but it could have an effect aerodynamics. You're gonna have the extra little wing Bontrager tires have. What else? There's these tires also don't ride any gravel whatsoever on these. They don't have much of a sidewall. As I said, it's cotton carcass. So this sidewall, this tan sidewall, is actually the carcass. So instead of using Kevlar or steel, like many other companies do, these use cotton. You see a lot more on the track, and along with the silk. But these are cotton. They're 100 or 320 threads per square inch. You can barely see the threads when you're looking hard, but they're super supple, fairly thin too. When you pair these up with latex inner tube or a extremely light butyl tube, you can feel pretty much everything underneath. Not in a bad way though, unless you are running extremely high pressures. But I have had instances where I've nicked the sidewall and they come right apart. I got lucky both times having the Park Tool patch kits, and it took about three of them to cover just a small nick. And unfortunately, both times were on my rear wheel, and I had to put a lot of weight over my front wheel just to even make it home. But phenomenal tire. Let's get into the costs associated to them. So they're a premium tire, so you're opt to pay a premium price. So these are $110 a pop, compared to the Bontrager tires, which I use for training, which are about $60. These tires will wear out really fast. I think in the last video I said the R2s I can get about 1,800 to 2,000 kilometers out of a rear tire. These ones I've gotten as little as 800 kilometers. Usually I average around 1,000. That was back when I was riding a lot and doing a lot of uphill training. So I had a lot more exertion on the center of the tread. Unlike the Bontrager tires or most training tires that you use, there's not a whole lot of rubber underneath. I believe the carcass is maybe a mil thick, if that. The brand new rubber finishing is probably 2 mil brand new. I haven't cut apart a new one because they're $110 and I really like running these tires. But they do wear down fast, and you can't, unlike other tires, you can't lightly sand the flat spot. And they're extremely noticeable when you do get a flat spot in the center. The other ones, the other tires, the training tires, you kind of notice it, but it's the tire isn't as supple. Now with a more supple tire and less rubber there, that flat spot is really pronounced, and having that better feel from the tire, you can feel a lot more. It feels like it dumps more when you roll over that edge. And I have a cross section of one of the old tires that I cut apart. They're really hard to see. See if I can get this just right. But you can kind of, this is a worn out tire with a flat spot in the middle. Yeah, I didn't take it right down to a mil, but there is a pronounced flat spot when you're riding with it. These tires are really nice. I think if you are racing, if you have a set of wheels where you can just set up and leave for a while, and not do a whole lot of riding on just for that pure enjoyment, these are definitely good tires to buy. Some of the downsides is the less puncture resistance that they do have, more prone to sidewall slashing just from general gravel, any little bit of rock. They wear out faster, and they have a high premium, very premium tire. But saying that, the grip is phenomenal. You can hug the corners, and as long as you're confident in knowing what the bike will do and how it will perform, these tires will just hug the road. Like, yes, you can feel the imperfections in the road, but the tire will actually flow into these imperfections and give you a great amount of grip, far more than training tires will. It's actually pretty phenomenal what the difference is between even just a training tire, like a great training tire, like the R2s are. I'm not trying to bash the R2s, the AW3s, but like going from a training tire to a race tire is just a phenomenal phenomenal difference. It's like going from your low-end tires that come on entry-level bikes as a standard to good training tires. I've tried these on a couple different wheel sets just so I don't have the bias of the carbon wheels, and there really is a huge difference. Measured difference in time, not too sure, but there is an extra confidence. These tires do dry out. You can see this one's one of my older ones. I've had this on for maybe a season. Yeah, probably about a season. And yes, the glue that holds all the fibers together is starting to wear down. But I do have a back tire here. It's not inflated though, but you can see it still has the yellowness. Anyways, that's the Specialized Turbo Cons. Great tire, recommended for racing, or having on your really expensive bling bike. They're phenomenal ride, but they also do come with very little puncture protection. Thanks for watching. Keep your wheels on the road. Thanks.